Forestry Society of Kenya has weighed in on the plans to reclaim degraded forest areas in the country through the Shamba system. Members from all over the country met for a caucus in Malindi, where the forestry chair, Dr. Joram Kagombe, said initially the Shamba system was called the squatter system, whereby settlers brought in natives to squat in forests and farms.
We have all along said that the Shamba system is not evil as such. But what happened was that in the very old days, it was what we called a squatter system, something whereby the settlers, the British settlers, brought in natives to squat in forests and farm. Along the way, some repressive measures made the process unpopular. And by 1975, it was condemned by the Gachagua Commission. Then it was called the resident laborers system. And it's at that time, and things were changing, that it was given a bad name, that you're exploiting the natives. So we've all along tried to now move away from that exploitation and make it, better.
Kagombe said International Council of Research in Agroforestry, ICRAF, came to Kenya in 1978 because the country was planting trees very well through the system. He said that is also how Kenya became the headquarters of ICRAF, and now there is also the World Agroforestry Center.
It must be noted that ICRAF, International Council for Research in Agroforestry, came to Kenya in 1978 because of the fact that we are planting trees very well through this system. Amongst other things, that's how Kenya became the headquarters of ICRAF. Today we have the World Agroforestry Center. And all they do is, all over the world, how do you best put trees and agricultural crops together? That is what ICRAF is all about. And with those combinations, we in Kenya have actually been practicing agroforestry. But we had to change this name to move away from exploiting the farmers, paying them in kind, to a method of now having them be paid, not in kind now, but successively.
Head of Forest Conservation Directorate at the Ministry of Environment and Forestry, Alfred Gichu, said there is need for the country to increase forest cover, invest in activities to support conservation and forest resources in the country, which are in public, community and private land.
We are talking about the need for this country to increase forest cover. We are talking about investments in activities that seek to support conservation and sustainable management of forestry resources that we have in this country. Those resources are on public, they are on community, and they are on private land. But in the context of that discussion, then we are in a situation where we will rely very, very strongly on our scientific community and experts in the field of forestry to support and work around those efforts that I've just talked about.
They say in New Zealand there is the civil pastoralist system where merino sheep are reared. Australia, Uganda and Tanzania all practice the system, adding that they all learned the system from Kenya. Currently, he said those who learned Shamba system from Kenya are the ones supplying timber in the country.
Shamba system is a practice of plantation management or plantation establishment. Is a system that has been practiced for ages. It is not new in Kenya, it is not new in the world. And it is a system that has been recognized as one that can effectively support plantation establishment and concurrently support livelihoods for the communities that resides in areas immediately next to major forested landscapes.
The remarks come in the wake of debates countrywide sparked by remarks made by the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua over the return of the Shamba system. Gachagua on Wednesday said the media had misquoted him on the issue. Kind Stefano, Ebru TV.